Good afternoon and welcome back to part 2 of the resurrection of a 1924 Elgin pocket watch. So, while you've been waiting for the second half, all the bits of the watch have been in the parts washer. I don't know if you remember this watch. It came badly broken. It had no balance wheel at all, no hairspring, no balance roller jewel table, no roller jewel, nothing at all. So that was missing. That bit's doing in there. Let's get it out of the way. So yeah, these have all been cleaned now. So there you've got your pallet fork, your pallet fork bridge with its screw, the screws and the bridge for the main spring. You've got your main spring inside there in the barrel. There you've got the bridge and the screws for the train wheels, and there's your train wheels with an odd screw, don't know what that's doing there. Escape wheel, I'm not sure which way around these are, first, second and third wheel. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a professional. You'll see that later on in the video. You'll understand why I say that. So that's all the top stuff. All the winding parts of the winding mechanism are underneath. So these are all parts to do with the windings of the watch, how you wind it up and set the hands, etc. So I'll move those out of the way. That is the, what do you call it, top plate? I suppose it's the top plate because underneath here, underneath this bit, that's where the face would be. Your workings are there. You have the barrels and your bridges all sitting around the top. So. The first thing that I like to do is pop a little bit of oil, one oiler, so just pop a little bit of oil in, two, where are we going? That goes into there. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm upside down for me. Yeah, just a little tiny drop of oil there, probably enough to sink a ship, but I can only do my best. And now what we're looking for is the pallet fork. One pallet fork. Let me just have a look. Make sure you can see what I can see. Something landed on my elbow. Don't know what that was. Probably a ghost of professional watchmakers watching me and crying in shame. Don't kill that watch. So that's your pallet fork in. Is that all right? Can you see it? Not really great, is it? Sort of light in a bit. Uh-oh, it's gone dark. It's even worse. That might be better. So that's the pallet fork in. And we've got to put on the bridge for the pallet fork. I really shouldn't have had so much coffee this morning. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. So there's the pallet forking. Ding dong, ding dong. A drop of oil just on the top of it, because it's all been through the parts washer, so there's no lubrication at all. Popping its screw, just like that. You have to excuse me if you lose sight of it for a minute. There we go, so we pop back in the screw for the bridge on the pallet fork. Once it's in, we just give it a tie. Yep, I can live with that. Okay, next. What next, I hear you say? Well, I shall tell you. This is the part where I start crying. Truthfully. You won't hear me, but this is the part where I'll cry. So, what we need now are one, two, three, and four. Now I don't know if they're numbered like that, but they say it's wheel 1, 2, 3 and 4. But as I said, I don't know which is which. But I don't need to know, just as long as I get it in the right hole. So, what do we need? We need to move that little fella out of the way, and let's put dab of oil there, and the same there. Little drop of oil. That isn't the one that we want. Or that one. We want this one. So there you go. That one fits in there nicely. This one with a longer, you can make it out, it's got a longer pinion, I suppose you'd call it. That goes upside down through the plate eventually, and that is the one where your, you know, the little minute hand at the bottom of the watch. Hand? No, second hand. That's where that fits. So we've got that one. Now we need the escape wheel. I think I should have put that escape wheel in first. Dear oh dear, how sad. Never mind. There we go with the escape wheel. And so this is the one that controls the, if it'd be nice enough to go in. So that's where you see a little second hand on them spinning around at the bottom of these old pocket watches. It runs off of that one. So. Where'd that go? Right, because that's quite a big wheel, I just like to put a little drop of grease in that hole there, and just a tiny little drop of grease, don't need a lot, just around there. As I say, it's only tiny but it does the job. So this wheel is where, I'll pick it up in a minute, don't worry. This wheel, again you can see it's got a longer bit on it, Well, that goes through the plate, the bit I'm holding with the tweezers, and that's where the canyon pinion fits, and on the cannon pinion go your hands. It's all good, isn't it? Just like that. So the wheels all intermesh, naturally enough, because the problem we have now is, you see, that didn't look too difficult, did it? It wasn't very challenging at all. Now comes the challenging part. Dun dun dun. I'm sure that's not focused very well. Is that better? Yeah, I think you get the picture now. I think you get the picture. So, this is your main spring, which powers onto this wheel, which then in turn powers that wheel, sends it through to the escape. And as this is all powered up, your little balance swings backwards and forwards. Pallet fork stops it going too far. Ding, 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 ding. And that's what happens. But now, the problems arise. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, because I'm going to need to get my big fat fingers in the hole. Because you see those 3 holes there. Let's have a look. You can see more than 3. But 1, 2, 3. Well, those I've got to go over 1, 2, 3 pinions. And the problem? They all move, but not generally in the same direction. So, like I say, this might go out of shot for a minute or two, because, as I'm sure you can imagine, I'm just clearing a bit of space here, because I'm going to need to get my elbows on the table. As you can imagine, I have to see what I'm doing. So, that goes onto there. Now, I don't know if you can imagine, but inside there, I can get it to come round. All those wheels now, I've got to intermesh with one another, and then they've got to go into those 3 holes. This is where I realised that it wasn't a good week to give up drinking. So let me get comfortable. Okay. If that gets out of the way, we might stand a chance. Now, your professional horologists will tell you, shouldn't touch watches with your fingers. Oh, no, it's a no. Well, sadly, see them all in there, look, all bent and twisted. Oh man, they're in all different directions. Well, sadly, I'm going to have to stick my face in front of it, and sadly, I'm not a professional. So, you'll have to bear with me while I have a go. It might take a while. We could be here for a week. Oh no. Oh. Do you know, all the heavenly watchmakers are up there. They're not helping. They're saying, get your fat fingers out of our watches. So, what can you do? It came out, it's got to go back. Okay, here we go. Here comes trouble. I'm going to take it out of the holder. I'm going to sandwich it between my fingers, like I holding an Oreo biscuit, if you like them kind of things. Just bear with me. Oh. 2. I thought 2 had gone in. I thought, oh, things are going great. Really did. Oh, I say so. 2 out of 3 are in. You watch. This one now, I'll throw it all out the window. Get in there. Get in there. This is just so awkward. It's awkward to do it and show you what I'm doing. It's also boring as anything for you guys because all you can see is nothing. I'll tell you what. Give me a minute. Have a look at that. That's another little Elgin that came in the post today. I bought that from a charity shop. Another one of the, you know, hospice type places. Quite sad. Quite sad, really. So yeah, that's one that came today. This is almost in. I think they're all in. I think I just need to be a bit more aggressive because I think the bridge is a bit tight going onto its dowels. At least that is the excuse I'm going to give. Why this is taking so long. In fact, I think it's nearly there, you know. In fact, let me stop the video while I get it in, because you'll be driven mad. You wouldn't believe it. The minute I stop the video and put my big fat finger on it, they all went into place. Right. So, let me get my parts back. When I first started all this caper, I had a big box like that, little tray, and it was all clean and lovely. And I was with it going, put it all back together. And I dropped every single bit. Don't ask me how many bits I found because I didn't find very many. Right then, that's another watch that ended up in the parts bin. So we're getting this, are we? Let's get it in there like that. Okay, so there's one screw. They normally sit down further than that. I hope there's not a problem with that bottom plate. Top plate, bottom plate, I don't know. There you go. So, excuse fingers for a second. Did you hear that bang? That's me knocking the parts box about. Why isn't this going in? That doesn't feel right. Oh no, don't tell me they sometimes you get plates that have got broken screws. I did look. I'm just hoping this screw's a miserable screw. Let's hope so. Let's have a look. I've got a spare one here. I always keep a couple of spare screws out on the bench because there you go. See that drop down differently? Yeah, because there's nothing worse than when you're doing something and one of the screws goes boing along with the spring. So there you go. That for me. That is the worst part. Everything else now will be really, really hard. So there you go. There you go. So that's the train wheels now all in. What comes next? What comes next? Ouch. What comes next? Flip it over. Flip it over. Yeah, let's flip it over now. I'll have the Horology Society of Great Britain will be phoning me up soon. You keep touching watches, we're going to come and find you. I can imagine that. So am I the right side up or the wrong side? What was the side that I needed to be under? No. Do I need to be here? I can't remember which way round you have to do this in the sequence to make it fit. So you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to have to try and remind myself which way I do this. No, that isn't the one for there. I can't remember which way it's my memory's gone. The other side, I think. Yeah, I think this is the side that I do first. I think so. I'm going to fit it up dry first because I think, yeah, let me try. So it isn't that one. I think it's that one. Can you see this? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's right. So we take that off. Again, because this is a heavier sort of piece of kit. I don't know if I'm right, don't know if I'm wrong. That one's, don't know. Oh, where'd they go? That's alright. So again, I just put a little bit of grease around where these are going to roll and do their stuff. Some horologist somewhere spitting tea and coffee everywhere. What is he doing? Don't let him near that watch. You can see it, can't you? Right, where did I put the bit I need? Goes into there. Then, I hear you say what comes next. You're right, can I get that through from under the other side? Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can, Malcolm. Well, it's not Malcolm, by the way. What's going on here? No, I've got that upside down as well, haven't I? Tell you what, I'm getting better at this upside down stuff. what's going on? Oh, where'd that go? I can't get my head around it. Yeah, that definitely goes in first. I remember now. Can you see this? Yeah. Goes in first. Then that comes around. I've got to get in the right angle. See, it's got kind of go. Goes on top of. No, come on, think about it. Now that one wants to run away. Got to go over there, isn't it? That's it. Why did that just cause me so much trouble? Why? That's freaky, isn't it? So, I'm pretty sure that that one goes on there. I'd like to think it does. Excuse fingers if you, for a second. Yeah, I like that. Too tight enough. Why isn't that moving? That's the wrong screw. Do you know, one day, just one day, I'm going to do this properly. And you'll all know off. Right, so I think I should have a screw kind of a, yeah, like that. So is that the one that goes in there? Because it's kind of countersunk with a ridge on it, so that when it tightens down, this can still move. So that's right, but this one should move. I'm sure that's the right way round that it goes. Do you know what? I need help. I proper need help. It doesn't go like that, that's why it won't move. Oh boy. Yeah. It's entertaining, isn't it? It's entertaining. Can't find a screw now, the screw's gone for a walk. See the trouble I have with that screw? It's almost as though they don't like me. Can't look at it and go, oh, we're going to make his life a misery today. There you go. Yeah, I like all that. I like that. What's next? What's next? This little fella here. Now, that's got to go that way. And I don't know if you can make it out, but inside there, the hole has got a chamfer in it, shank, I don't know. Did you see that one go? That's unbelievable. Oh no, I've upset the horologists and they're sending down the bad faults. You watch this go wrong. I'm not a pessimist. I just know I should never have taken it off. Oh gosh. Should never took it off. I shouldn't have taken it off. I should have left well alone. Oh, please do not fall out. See, stay there. Sorry guys, fat finger in the way. I'll be quite straight on this one. See what happens. Honest, truthfully, I'll probably really upset someone up there. The guy who made this watch probably in 1924 is probably looking and saying, oh my lord, what are you doing to it? There you go. That's a strange instrument, isn't it? That is a strange piece of kit. But that's what it does. Oh, I'm glad that's over. I don't know why. There's worse to come. Flip it over. There's worse to come. So, what's next, I hear you say? Well, I've got to get something down between that, and something between that and that. Something. Good old fashioned something. So that's one of the somethings. And that's one of the other somethings. Doing. I tell you, seriously, there it is. I wish I was good at this. You see some people in here, they make these things look so easy. But then I suppose, spent time practicing, went to school and learned to do it, I'd be laughing. Again, just for me, a little bit of grease. Just on these bits. Just where it's going to slip and slide. There's a bit much on there now, but there, a bit there. Just a bit on there, and a wee bit on there, just where they're going to make contact. Okay, I'm ready for it. Let the fight begin. So, just going to make sure that that goes in there like that. That I can put on in a minute. Now, the tricky part of this is, why I say I do it upside down, because I like to build all this bit first before I put all this in, which makes it really complicated to get that screw in. I'm not scared. No, it's the wrong one. I'm not scared. I've had fights with bigger screws. Funny enough, it is quite a big screw. I think it's that one, but I could be wrong. In fact, I am wrong. Where's that one gone then? Really? Come on. I think that's it. Let me have a look. I don't think that's it. Let me just have a look. No. Oh dear. Where has it gone? It's not in a box. There it is. I'm not scared. Right, so I do use a very tiny screwdriver to start it all off. So you can see that, but I just put a really tiny one down the gap. Can't put any pressure on it, and then get your bigger one. Just nip it. There you go. See? It almost looked like I knew what I was doing. So now you can see, I was telling you before, now see how it springs back? Oh, great. Go away. See it spring it back? Boing, boing, boing. If we flip it over, you'll see that it's gone in the side of that, just there, and that's what's acting like a spring to keep it moving. So that's good. Now the other one has got to go in between that hole there. Can you see that hole in between those two bits? The next one's got to go in there. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, can you see it better now, can't you? If you look down in there, see that little hole? Well, my friends, that's where the peg that I'm holding has to go. And if it doesn't, it gets messy. So this is a double-handed muck-up. So I've got to push that back. Really? I should spend more money on tools and less money on watches. Don't worry, it's frustrating for you, it's frustrating for me. Let's see if I can hold that, push that back, drop it in. No. I swear, I will. I'll say something really naughty. So it does that. That's what we're looking for. That's what we was looking for. Now this really will cause a problem, because I can't remember for the life of me how that goes back together. Why'd you go under there? I cannot remember how this goes back together. Well, I sort of can. All these bits I'm putting down on the top all need to fit together. So let's have a moment. Let's have a moment. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them here. I'm going to do them off the watch. Okay, so I just need to get my orientation, so that goes that way. This, I'm pretty sure, see this? Goes that way round. Come on. Pretty sure it goes that way. Go. Goodness. See, why don't I pick that bit up and put it in there like that? See, it makes sense. Does it make sense though? Is that right? Dun, dun, dun. Let's get it back where you guys can see it. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm pretty right, I think. Yeah. Right, I think I'm there. So, drop of oil. A drop of oil. Can you see me? There I am. Don't need a lot. Doesn't need a lot. It does need another pair of tweezers. So, square peg. I don't know why this has to be so awkward. You can't see it. You can't see it. I can't see it. Go away. Sorry, urologists, but you know, come on, be fair. I am trying. I think. You see, everything moves. Everything moves. I'm trying to get this square peg. Oh, can't it go on there? You can't see it. You trying to see it, me trying to see it. We're not going to get very far. Is that right? Is that right? That's not right. They're not going together. Oh, day. Then it decided it was going to go completely the wrong way. Right, that's where we went wrong. That's where I went wrong. I had it upside down. That's better. Yeah. I think that's right, but I can't be sure. Only one way to find out. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, I think that's right. You watch it all fall apart now when I move it. Take that over there. There we go. So again, what I'm going to do is just dry fit this first. So make sure I've got it right. That sticks to my tweezers. Yeah. Oh, that looks perfect. It's almost like I knew what I was doing. So again, I'm just going to take it out. Lay it down. Again, rightly, wrongly, I don't know. Put a bit of grease in there. there. Then just change my oil up and just put a little drop of oil on the end of that so it slides nicely. And then this little fella should, you watch, you won't go back in there, you'll go, oh no, you put me in once, you're not doing me again. See, told you it wouldn't go back in a second time. Now, something's going to go very wrong now, because I'm supposed to push this so that the little lever, that bit that's moving about, should be moving about. So it's moving about, but it's not properly down, I don't think. So again, I don't know. Only one way to find out, and that is to test fit the barrel, the bridge for the mechanism. Hang on a minute while I just drop it. Yeah, is that good? Yeah, is it? Don't know, but what I am going to do, sorry boys, there you go, boys and girls, there you go. What I am going to do is, I'm going to take it off there with the bridge in place. I'm going to turn it over and then look in. Yeah. So can you see where I'm having a problem? Trying to fix watches. That needs to come around and then that needs to drop into it. So can you see how it's dropped in now? So now the bridge will fit nice and flush. It's a bit kinked up there, I don't know why that is. Oh yeah, I do. That's all right though. Yeah, we're good. That happens sometimes when you don't know what you're doing. So, we can take that off now. Pop this little baby back in. Can you see? Yeah, it just dropped out. Dropped out of its little hole, which you move. See? These clever guys, excuse my fingers again for a second, make all this. Do you see it? Lord, 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 I want to cry. Oh, I'll be on eBay tonight. Other sites are available. Looking for a new, just get that in, let's just get this in. There you go. That's beautiful. Other sites are available to buy watch parts and tools and equipment. So yeah, we're good there. We're good. What comes next? What comes next? I'll tell you what comes next. For me at least, a bit of grease. Now I don't know if this is right or not. I suppose all the comments will tell me. Would you give up and say, get yourself a job as a gardener or something, I suppose they'll say. I don't know, I don't like gardening. Let's bring that over. So we slide in now, nice and gently, the main barrel, if it would like to cooperate. Tell you what, it'd be absolutely fantastic if I put it up the right way. It's because I wasn't looking at the camera, I was looking at the camera and I heard it. So that's it, so that's the main barrel where the big spring is. And I think this one here that's got that big spring problem. That's the one that arrived today. for another day. Okay, so now we have to put this bridge on, but it has to do two things. It has to hold all of that in, and the main hour wheel. Ah, did you see how that went on? The boy's like a professional. There we go. Oh, I like the way they did it. We get these couple of screws. Don't put it in the wrong hole. One there. Now, like I say, don't be too surprised if this watch doesn't run, because it did come in a dreadful, dreadful state. It was half of it was missing. What was there was mostly broken. But you never know. You never know. See, I do know. That hasn't gone down very well. I think what I should do, and what I will do in future, is I'm going to get this screw and I'm going to throw this screw as far away as I can throw it, because that, ping, has obviously got a problem with its life, because it just didn't want to go down. And I think that was the one that I had a problem with earlier. Yeah, that screw's got issues. I'll send it to Screw Clinic. I'm probably talking to it now. There you go. So we're getting there, we're getting there. Quite a long video this is going to be. I'm getting bored. But I've got to put it together, so we might as well do it together. So it goes there. Again, just because I like to. Oh my gosh, there's enough there long. God, it's a truck. Don't need all that. Well, we got it here. Just pop it round there. Lovely. I always worry about this bit because it never looks like there's enough for this to fit on. It kind of, yeah, see it does. I know it's just me. Just me. No, that's not the one I want. So, somewhere. See, remember I said to you about screws that don't, see, I'm not sure if that's the one that's got the left-handed, right-handed, upside-down thread. So the only way I'm going to go is, no, we got the right one. I just want a big flat screw. Is that it? No. For some reason that I do not know why, my two screws for this seem to have ended up on the wrong side of the vent. See, that don't look right, does it? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Let's see if it tightens down. That looks a bit small to me. That's your click that makes it go click, click, click when you're winding. Oh, Lord. I'm not sure if that's the one for it. Do you know what? I don't think it is. No. How did these screws end up over here? I do not know. Okay. There. So, somewhere I had a part of an old watch. See if it winds. Yep. So we're winding now. Last piece really. Now remember, before you judge me too harshly, the watch when we got it out didn't have this part. Didn't have the hairspring, didn't have any of this. So this is a hope and pray job. So I don't know if you can see when I move this. If you look in there, you see that arm? That's the pallet. That's the pallet fork that kind of stops it going too far. And the two gold pins either side, those posts, they're the posts for it. Right. Bear with me. It's a long one. Probably the most delicate part of the watch, this. Don't know if you can still see it. So, I don't know if that's going to work. That feels a little tight. You know, they're all different. All we can do is pop it together, because he didn't have one to start with. Just before I get right tight, I got the screwdriver, stabbed myself in the arm. Okay, so let's just see, is that moving? No, it's not great. I'm just going to have to take it up and have a look. See the problem we have. So, lift that up there, it's gone in. So, delicately, no. That, I don't think it's going to do any good. Let me get it in the viewfinder. So I have an old oiler here. Just going to have to take it up a bit. You've got to get the hairspring, kind of, I'll call it a stud, up it into that hole. Like that. And what I use this old oiler to knock it straight back out. Don't do that. To pop it back in, and I use the oiler, this is such a small screw, to just start it off. Bing. Like I say, don't be surprised if this doesn't work, because this is just out of an old watch that was lying around. It just doesn't feel right. No, it's too tight. No, that's knackered. That's technical term for no good. So, yeah, no, it was trial and error with this bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to call it a day on that part. Part 3. Part 3 will be me fitting a different balance to it. So stay tuned for part 3. Sorry it was long, but I had to get it finished.